This is a RADIAS tutorial on how to make a ducking delay sound. I went ahead and made a preset using all the necessary settings because to do it on the spot would take a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain all the what everything needs to be set up like. I'm using a preset that was originally made by Xtrade. It's called Stereo A Guitar for acoustic guitar. It's made with 2 timbres. So let's say this is your initialized preset or whatever preset you want to start with. You're going to want to take that and send it to the main outs, but then take the main outs from the Radius and plug that into the external input. So timbre 3 is receiving audio from the external input, and I have unison on at full spread, so that way you're getting the full stereo information. I have the amp envelope on full release, and I have the envelope on mono. The reason I put it on mono is because I didn't want the amp envelope re-triggering when I'm hitting multiple notes, because that'll make this timbre louder. It's just the way the Radius works, and I don't want the release to end before the delay is done echoing. So putting it on full release is fine, and as long as it's on mono, the envelope will re-trigger instead of overlapping. I'm then taking the output of this and routing it to the internal bus, and then timbre 4 is doing very much the same thing as timbre 3, except it's taking its audio input from the internal bus, and again with the unison on full spread, and the same settings with the amp envelope. The reason for routing it like this is because we want to only duck the output after the delay. We don't want to duck the output before the delay, or nothing will be feeding the delay effect. So this is the most practical way to set it up. Also, I have the output of timbre 4 going to the individual out, so I can, hear the sound and not create a feedback loop by having it go out of the main output and right back into the same timbre. So the last important thing to note is that we have envelope generator 3 creating the actual duck. It's being patched into oscillator 1 level with negative modulation, so this knob is turning down every time we hit a key. And the way that's going to sound, then, let me just hit some chords, is we're not going to hear it until we let go of a note. And yeah, for this example, I kind of made the delay louder than the initial signal because I wanted you to really hear the effect. But you can also take the original timbres and route them to the individual output as well to kind of control how much of the of dry signal you want. But yeah, so it's pretty tricky, but if you have any questions, just ask me and I'll be happy to answer.